Hey, how's it going? Well, I am currently at, I believe, 3,400 feet. Today on Maui, it's about 52 degrees up here. And yes, I'm barefoot in the park, so to speak. Not because it's all the rage, but because it darn well feels good. It's raining, probably can't hear it right now, but it feels really good. I'm up in the Makawao Forest again, playing in the mud. Come through some really cool muddy sections and it's been pretty awesome actually. But hello there in TV land, how's it going? Anyway, this is Monday on Maui. Don't even know what date it is. Is it February the 10th? But it's beautiful up here, you know. I try to do something crazy at least once a week, and the reason I do that is because you only get one shot at life, and many people just settle into the humdrum, boring day-to-day 9 to 5. Nothing wrong with that, please don't get me wrong. I've done it, been there, I've done it all, so no judgment. But a lot of us, how do you say this without making somebody feel like they're not living? A lot of us actually have been given amazing gifts and talents and passion, and we're failing to use it. And I made a decision a long time ago to hang around with people that were positive. I remember when I first became self-employed. And I'm still hanging around people that were in regular jobs, nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But I thought, you know what? They were concerned about retirement, rightly so, and everything else, and that paycheck that comes in once a week. But deep down inside me was a desire to go off and run wild. I had no idea what was coming. So what I decided to do then was hang out with people that were self-employed. And we all encouraged each other. Now it's about 25 years later. Am I rich, wealthy, beyond my wildest dreams? No. But what have I experienced the most out of it? Any person who's self-employed will also, and honest about it, will tell you this. It is not about the money. It's about the freedom. And talking of freedom, you know, Jesus came to set us free. Now this is not going to turn into this, well, you got to know Jesus or you're going to die and go to hell. While there is some truth to that, the real reason Jesus came wasn't just to save us, you know, that we could sit on the beach and eat potato salad and grow 400 pounds and make crazy paving. No, it was to set us free up in the mind. And when you're free in the mind, you're truly free. The Jesuit priests 400 years ago figured this out, and they said, you give us a baby, and then 7 years later we'll give you a mind. Give you a mind. I'm sorry, we will give you a man, or a woman for that matter. Because you often wonder why the rich are always rich and the poor are always poor. It all has to do with the subconscious. I watched many people in my life growing up go through that, and they struggled trying to get rich, and they kept falling all the time. And others who were rich, didn't matter how stupid or how they messed up, they were always rich. So it's how you think, it's how you are. And so you got to renew your mind. And honestly, my mind, the last 25 odd years, 30 odd years that I've gone through Christianity. Yes, I've been through divorce and I've been through all sorts of other failures, but I've also learned to have victory in failure. But my mind has been renewed. Am I perfect? No. The only perfect one was hung on a cross. But has my character been built? Yes. Have I faced my trials? Yes. Have I cried and whined and wanted to quit? Sure. But honest to God, I'm really thankful for everything I went through. Because I made some really bad choices years ago. But I made choices. But I made bad choices based on low self-esteem, low value. And in the last several years, I've truly learned how to love what it is to love myself. And you know when you love yourself, guess what? Your passion gets released. And I remember one time sitting in a meeting back in Oregon, this little old lady called Betty, and it was for people who'd basically been hurt by religious churches and so on and so forth. And it was on passion. I came in the last 5 minutes. And kind of caught the tail end of it. I come in and Betty looks straight at me and she goes, Michael, there's about 40 people in the room. What did you get from that? And I said, Betty, back in the 80s when I was in London, I was surrounded by people full of passion for God, passion for living. Not passion for religion or being a droid, but passion for living. And I said, the last 30 odd years in the United States, the people that I was around, not the United States. The United States is a beautiful place. I love it. But the religious people I was around, I allowed them to suck the passion for living right out of me. But not anymore. There's a new sheriff in town. And ultimately, that's what I'm talking about. Jesus came to set us free, not to make us droids and sit in a pew and pay some guy 10% and fulfill his dream, but to set you, me, and I free so we can be wild, bold, and dangerous. And that truly is what living is all about. Religion has caused nothing but conflict. Look at the Middle East, Northern Ireland, even the United States. I can honestly say I love Jesus with all my heart, body, mind, and soul. Religion, I hate it. It kills passion. So as the saying goes, the man once said, what turns you on? What makes you passionate? What makes you wild and bold? And if you haven't met Jesus, ask him to reveal himself to you. Not the religious one, but the wild, bold, and dangerous one. He wants you to be wild, bold, and dangerous and an awesome reflection of who he is. Okay, I'm done. Didn't expect to do that. Irish Mick, Mackerel Forest. Good luck.